Okay, I'm back for the week. Finally starting to feel like myself again. And to my extreme pleasure, this makes two really good impacts in a row. I said that last week's impact was one of the best ones TNA had put on in a while, and I can honestly say that impact this week was even better. There was a lot of good stuff on this show. Also some bad stuff, and as per usual, I will examine both. All the stuff with Sting and Mick Foley was dynamite. I think both those guys seem to be really inspired by this feud. I think the promos between the two of them have been outstanding so far, and this show was no exception. That in-ring confrontation they had was tremendous. Sting and Foley both delivered. Of course, Foley always delivers on the mic, we know that, but Sting really raised his game here to match him. And they've really succeeded in getting me excited for their match at Lockdown. It's these great promos. They're really giving it that big match feel that you don't always necessarily get with TNA pay-per-views. I'm actually able to forget about the fact that the match itself may not necessarily be that good because I just want to see those guys go at it so much. So well done TNA on that. And speaking of big match feel, the Beer Money Team 3D sit-down interview was another great segment. And what I loved about this was that everything was played very serious. It's so serious that Beer Money got over the fact that at Lockdown, there's going to be no Jackie Moore, no foreign objects, no spitting beer in people's faces, nothing like that, just two tag teams in a cage competing to be the best in the world. And Beer Money, they're not going to resort to their usual heel tactics because this has become a matter of respect for them. 3D has it, and Beer Money won it. It's as simple as that. And now I am officially psyched for that match at Lockdown. The only thing I would have changed about this is I would not have put it in the segment it aired in. I mean, this was a great interview, and it aired in a segment that was surrounded on all sides by video packages. I mean, they had two video packages, and then the Beer Money 3D interview, and then another video package at the end. And when you mash all that stuff together, it just grinds the pacing of the show to a screeching halt, and that's usually when people start channel surfing, which is a damn shame because this interview was terrific and really did a lot to hype one of the big matches in the pay-per-view. And the other great thing about this show was the 20-man gauntlet to determine the captains for Lethal Lockdown. I thought the match was awesome, great action, tons of great spots. However, this is also where the good and bad stuff came into play as well. Good things about this match. They made it a huge priority. As soon as the show started, the first thing they did was announce this match. They hyped it throughout the first hour, and then they devoted the entire second hour to it, and it delivered. And as a result, this match really felt like a big deal. It felt really important, just as it should. I liked how the Motor City Machine Guns and the No Limit guys were kind of working together for a while there, and they announced that No Limit have a rematch upcoming for the IWGP titles. I hope that match will happen at Lockdown. Their match on Impact last week was really good, and if those guys were given 20 minutes in the Six Sides of Steel, I think they could blow the roof off the place. So I hope that match happens. I don't know if it will, though. I think Sabin and Shelley may need to be in the X Division Escape match because with Petey Williams and Sanjay Dutt now gone, they might not have enough guys to put in there. So hopefully that'll all work out. I'm crossing my fingers on that. Samoa Joe being one of the final two and pinning Kurt Angle clean, very good. It seems like the writers are really getting behind Samoa Joe again finally, and the fans are responding to him again. Although Samoa Joe did kind of put on some weight while he was off TV selling the broken arm. So, hopefully between now and Lockdown, he'll be able to train a little bit more and spend some time on a treadmill because he looks like he's on the cusp of a really big push, and it would be a shame if he were out of shape when that happened. Bad things about this match. Oh, boy. Kurt Angle single-handedly eliminating the entire X Division in about 30 seconds. Scott Steiner of all people. Scott Steiner of all people, lasting until almost the very end of the match. Also, Steiner took off that La Parka mask, and lo and behold, there doesn't seem to be any sign of Samoa Joe's mauling of Steiner at Destination X whatsoever. So why even do it at all then? I don't know. Too much of the match was about Jeff Jarrett. Kurt Angle laid him out before he got into the cage, and then he was taken to the back. That should have been the last time Jeff Jarrett appeared. Okay, but instead, they saved Hernandez until the very end. Hernandez, who they should be building up as a soon-to-be main eventer. Hernandez, who was looking at a future World Heavyweight title shot. They had him come in, face off against Angle and Steiner for like 90 seconds and then get pinned. And then to top it off, they have a one-armed Jeff Jarrett hobble out to the ring, and then in a matter of seconds, he does what a totally fresh, totally healthy Supermex could not do, and pins Scott Steiner 1, 2, 3. They had a great opportunity to give a big rub to Hernandez here by letting him pin Scott Steiner and look strong against the main event Mafia guys, but instead they just squashed him so Jeff Jarrett could do it. I don't think I need to explain what was wrong about this. Now, Jeff Jarrett did at least let Samoa Joe have the spotlight at the end, but they really dropped the ball with Hernandez here, and that pissed me off because they need to start getting behind that guy. I mean, he's one of several guys they need to start getting behind, but that's a whole other video. Also, I did not like that Samoa Joe didn't have to beat anyone to become a Lethal Lockdown captain. By the time he entered the match, him and Kurt Angle were the only two left, so he was automatically one of the winners before he even got in there just by process of elimination. Now, I think they needed to explain what was going on there a little bit better, because they didn't need to go at it at the end there because the match was already over at that point. But whatever. Despite the problems I had with the booking of the Gauntlet, I thought this was a really great Impact. I thought this. I think the build-up to Lockdown is getting better and better, and the big matches really do feel like big matches. You know, I'm not sure where they're going with the Knockouts match yet. I don't know if they're going to do Queen of the Cage again this year. I don't see why they wouldn't, but they haven't mentioned it yet. After this show, I really don't know what they're going to do with the title situation either. I think it might be Kong, Taylor, and Angelina in a triple threat. And at the very least, that's a match that we haven't seen before. But it looks like Roxy may be out of luck, which is unfortunate because I really do think that she should have been the one to get the title shot at Lockdown for all the reasons that I stated last week. In other news, Ring of Honor had their first TV show on HDNet last weekend. I had the opportunity to watch it on Sunday, and I liked what I saw. The production was slick, the wrestling was great. It seemed like kind of a straight-up wrestling show with no quote-unquote sports entertainment stuff, which was very refreshing, I have to say. But hopefully they'll start to incorporate some new features into the show in the future. I would like to see a little bit more storyline stuff. You know, not so much that they're having 20-minute in-ring promos and half-hour backstage segments and stuff like that, but just enough so that you can learn a little bit more about the characters and start to understand meaning of storylines better. But yeah, I thought this was a solid TV debut for ROH. I will be watching again this week, and every week after that. And now I'm sure some of you are asking yourselves, why is this TNA guy plugging Ring of Honor all of a sudden? Well, contrary to popular belief, I may be a TNA fan, but I'm not a TNA mark. The only thing I'm a mark for is pro wrestling. I really don't care what company you are. If your product is good, I'm going to watch. And ROH delivered a good TV show last Saturday, so I will continue watching. And also, WrestleMania 25 is 1 week away. I will not be ordering that pay-per-view, mostly because I think the build-up has been extremely hit and miss, and most of the card is pretty damn questionable. The Edge, Big Show, Vicky, Cena thing, oh god, words cannot describe how much I hate this storyline. It is absolutely horrid. Horrid! Oh, god. Bradshaw and Rey Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. It's the first IC title match in years at WrestleMania, and it has Bradshaw in it and exactly 2 weeks of build-up. That'll be my bathroom break. Do not like the match they put Chris Jericho in at all. That's a big disappointment. Money in the Bank. Oh my God, Money in the Bank. I look forward to Money in the Bank all year long, and now you put Kane and Mark Henry in it? What the hell is that? Mark Henry's a joke. He always has been a joke. Kane, he has done everything there is for him to do in WWE. Haven't been interested in the guy in years, and I don't think a lot of people have. I mean, for me, taking his mask off was the last interesting thing that guy ever did. But I will be watching the pay-per-view on a stream. I may review it, I may not. Definitely looking forward to Randy Orton Triple H. I mean, that one was really faltering for the last few weeks, but they saved it with the angle with Stephanie on Monday, and now it is hot as hell. Hopefully they will do the right thing here and put Randy Orton over like he's never been put over before in his life. Looking forward to Matt versus Jeff Extreme Rules, which is just a really stupid way of saying no DQ. I like the build-up for that one, minus Matt's weird promo with the dog. I expect them to have a damn good bout. And HBK versus Taker, which should be an absolutely epic contest. I expect nothing less from those guys. Even though the Shawn Michaels promo video from the Graveyard last Monday was so silly, so campy, so absolutely stupid, it was like something out of a Saturday morning cartoon show. That's it. That's all I got for the week. I'm running out of time here very quickly, so I'll see you guys soon. Later.